head-on tragedy was a man in a cowboy hat rescuing a severely injured man. The man in the cowboy hat had lost one son at war, and that loss was compounded when his second son, who was despondent over the loss of his brother, took his own life. On Marathon Monday, this heartbroken dad was nonetheless cheering on runners amid an atmosphere of life, vibrance, and vitality. When explosions shattered that atmosphere, he immediately rushed to the aid of the injured and started saving lives, including the life of a young man with us tonight. This young man was there to cheer on his girlfriend and her two roommates. Just before the first explosion, he noticed the first suspect. For a moment, they even stared at each other. He knew something was wrong. Then, just a few moments later, his world exploded. He hadn't yet grasped the magnitude of his injuries when the man in the cowboy hat spotted him on the ground, lifted him by his t-shirt, and placed him in a wheelchair. The young man told an officer that he knew who was responsible. The image in his mind was vivid. When he awoke from surgery, FBI agents and a sketch artist listened to his description. Everything from the clothes on the suspect to the deadly black bag he held and then placed on the ground. He helped law enforcement officers identify the suspect, and he helped prevent further devastation and tragedy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the presence of two men whose courage and historic instincts make it our honor to welcome them on this, the first night that they could be with us together. Won't you please welcome Mr. Carlos Arredondo and Mr. Jeff Bowman.
Carlos is pushing Jeff in the wheelchair out toward the pitcher's mound. Carlos waves his cowboy hat to the crowd. Dave, tell us that he has requested Salty to catch him.
He wanted Jared Saltalamacchia, and I think Carlos wanted David Ortiz to catch him. And this is such a touching sight. Tremendous ovation for both of them. Jeff is in his wheelchair just to the left side of the mound, and Carlos is to the right.
Salty poised to catch the pitch, as is David Ortiz from Carlos. Pedro Martinez on the field applauding. Here's the windup and the pitch. Wow. Pull through strikes. What a pitch by Jeff from the wheelchair. Just to the left of the mound, gets a big hug from Salty, who presents him with the ball, and David Ortiz likewise with Carlos. A very, very moving moment. Another very emotional moment here at Fenway Park.
Well, even the Philadelphia Phillies are up there on the top step. That moment isn't lost on anybody. And as they look on, and both of them, both Carlos and Jeff, had gigantic smiles from ear to ear on their faces. What a great moment.